pro tips and analysis.
The main difference that I've noticed is that the barrier to entry to own in Santa Barbara is quite a bit higher. So, for example, for $3,000 a month, you could buy a home in Ventura or rent one in Santa Barbara. So this is an entry-level home in Ventura, and it's about $530,000, whereas the median home value in Santa Barbara is about $1 million.
Scenario. Not client, but a very good personal friend. I wish. So when you subtract the 6,000 from the 36,000, you actually are paying less to own than you are to rent with just the savings from taxes in this scenario. You rent your $2,600 versus if you buy a house. So if you own a house, you're paying every month $3,028. So yeah, you are paying every month, about $400 more out of your pocket every month. But at the end of the year, when you factor in taxes and principal reduction and whatnot, you actually are paying less.
You bet. So one of the first myths is I need a ton of cash for a down payment, which is true and not true. You don't really need a lot of cash. Like we were going over earlier, you can get an FHA loan for as little as 3.5% down. You can get a conventional loan for as little as 5% down. So on a $500,000 loan, that's only $25,000 for a down payment.
Buyers especially to, be a little gun shy in writing their first offer because they're afraid if the seller accepts the offer and I don't close, my deposit, which is in this area between 2 and 3% typically, the seller's going to get that. And that's one of the biggest fears of all first-time buyers is I don't want to lose that money. And if you decide that you don't want to buy that house, you back out, and then let's say you're, $500,000 purchase, 3% would be $15,000 that you put a deposit into escrow. That money you would get back. So that's more or less it as far as the nuts and bolts. Bottom line, if you're trying to decide, you guys are all got a great job, wonderful company. If you're, you're saving money, you got to decide, hey, am I going to buy a new car? Am I going to go on this great vacation? Am I going to buy a house? There really is a ton of advantage into home ownership, especially in the long term.